This is funny. I'd do that. Of course you should do that. You should always do that if you have the chance. Always make fun of me.
Always. Like okay, I will definitely remember that one.
That's really funny. All right, you want to just get going?
Yeah.
I want to get as much of you as I can. We don't have to do a long one. I don't care.
I'm just trying to find, aside from the big... Oh, hang on. Here we go. There we go. I'm just trying to find some, things to talk about, and I've been looking... There was something I heard about earlier today, I'm like, why can't I fucking find it anywhere? And I just did.
I got a bunch.
What's that?
Well, hi there. Happy Thursday. It's February 27th, 2020. And I'm Eric, talking at you from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, where I thought I had an intro written down here, and apparently I don't, but I can see why someone making $30 million a year would want to sit down and do this 5 days a week, but someone making less than $3 on it ever, it's a little time consuming and a lot to do. I'm not complaining. I love it. How you doing, Gord?
Tired and doing okay, but yeah, that's about all I got.
Word. Yeah, I know how you feel. I keep downloading stuff and then losing it. My computer is a giant fucking wasteland. Stuff just it's like it's terrible. It's just stuff is everywhere. I can't ever find anything. And every time I try to get some sympathy out of someone, they're like, "Why don't you just make folders? Why don't you shut the fuck up?" I'm a busy guy.
Right? I don't have time to make a folder. What the fuck? You think I'm made of
welcome to
jargon?
What If We're Right? Rounding the corner to the very end of our second year doing this. 200 episodes in the bag. 7 of them sound good.
At least it's 7.
So, for those of you who care, March the 8th will be our season finale with our giant mega godcast that I'll talk about later.
Godcast, so good.
And then we're going to take a little breather and restructure. We might record, but the official season 3 premiere is March the 18th. 2020, at which time we'll be going to a regular live schedule every day, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We're live. Same time every day for you guys, because it seems to me like you can't do a live show and be on at a different time every day. That's kind of weird.
I still think we'd be the only ones to pull it off. Because that makes us kind of like that fucking, Christian Slater fucking movie.
Yeah, that makes us hard to follow, and... kids nowadays aren't exactly like kids in the 80s. They're not chasing Happy Harry Hard on around.
Yeah.
They just listen to one of the other 800,000 of us.
That's true.
So,
our listeners,
anyway,
you guys got to get more devout.
We're doing a full schedule, and that's very cool. I don't know how to talk about stuff. Hi, Mike. Pitlane Parley. They are bumping themselves up to multiple episodes per week. As opposed to their one that they've always done up till now. So that's very cool for race fans. And you can still participate in all the cool forums and shit they do every weekend at pitlaneparley.com. So check that shit out.
Fuck yeah.
And then go watch The Truth About Marriage on Netflix. Because Mike, why am I talking about Mike? Sorry, Roger is our friend. He said so.
That's right.
He said, we're friends. And I was like, cool.
I'm going to go fishing with him.
Oh, I forgot to send you. He sent me an email to send to you.
Oh.
With a bunch of pictures of his fish and everything he's caught up there. And he thought it might make you jealous.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
That's what he said. He said, send this to Gordon. Just to make him jealous.
What the
I think he's actually genuinely looking forward to hanging out with you. Which is good. I think people should.
I have a video playing in the background. Where the fuck is this video coming from?
Oh, did you like the one with I did the one with all our guests talking about us?
I haven't heard that one.
You haven't heard that one?
Where the fuck?
Really? Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Ladies and gentlemen, Gord has not heard my labors of love. So we're going to use the show to show him. If I can find it.
Where the shit is this coming from?
What are you talking about?
I have a speech coming through on my fucking computer. I don't know where it's coming from. It won't stop. I'm like happy you can't hear it, but this is really fucking annoying.
No, but I can hear you talking about it, and it's like a live radio show that we're trying to talk on.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's all I hear. Today we have 50. They're talking about why am I listening to the coronavirus?
What?
They're talking about the coronavirus.
Who is?
I don't know. It's a video.
Turn it off.
I'm trying to. Okay, fuck this. Okay, now I gotta start over again. Son of a bitch. Alright, I'm back.
Well, Gord's having some kind of a meltdown.
Fuck sakes. You fucking computers. You kids in your goddamn computers.
Well, maybe this will cheer you up. This is running on a whole bunch of places. I thought I sent it to you, but perhaps I didn't. But, ladies and gentlemen, bear with us for a minute.
Heck yeah. No, it was a blast. Thank y'all for having me.
All around the world. Well, this has been fun. You guys are great to talk to. Available on all platforms.
Oh, yeah. This is fun. This is real fun. Eric and Gord, what if we're right? We're friends now, so stay in touch.
And that's our new promo.
That's awesome.
Like that?
That is beautiful.
That is all our guests saying how awesome it is to be on our show. And frankly, I have to agree with them. And anybody's,
me too.
If you want to be a guest on our show, there's a little contact page over at ericandgord.world that you can fill out. And just say, hey guys, I want to be on your show. Or just to the right of the screen, there's a little tablet that says record your voice. You tap that, you can record your voice. You can record for up to 10 minutes. Anything you feel like saying to me and Gordon. And if it's like, hey, I want to be on your show, we'll be like, cool.
Literally, that is actually exactly what we would say.
And then we'll get back to you sometime. Had both our guests confirm for our season finale. They're very excited.
And as we are too.
And yeah, me too. All right, enough crap. Go ahead. Hey, no, it's not enough crap. One more crap thing. We got some t-shirts. We got some t-shirts for sale. Gord just got his. Mine must be lost in the mail.
Love my shirt.
Bunch of sizes, bunch of colors. There's actually 3 or 4 different styles you can get, or logos, whatever. $27 at ericandgord.world. But if you enter promo code fuck Eric and Gord, you get $10 off for now.
So awesome. We have a promo code
off. You can't beat that. Who takes $10 off anything? Fuck, I'm stupid. Nobody does that, but that's the deal. $10 off. Promo code fuck Eric and Gord at ericandgord.world. Okay. So, Mr. Sir, I don't have a hell of a lot. A little bit of local stuff I wanted to talk about today. I don't know your opinion on any of these, really, except, let's start with this. This is a fun place to start.
Okay.
It seems there has been a rise in anti-Indigenous racism since the wetsuit-wearing protest started.
There has been a rise in
anti-Indigenous racism. People are showing a lot of racism toward Native people since all these protests started fucking up everyone's life. Everyone in the province was quoted as saying, "No shit, you fucking retards, of course there is.
What do you think happened with China with the fucking coronavirus? I mean,
It's.
yes,
I'm sorry.
it's just-
I don't mean to be insensitive, but obviously there's going to be anti-indigenous sentiments when people are thinking that this is an indigenous thing, and then like the natives in Ontario are making it one. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Jesus Christ!
like that's why not just fucking release a statement saying oxygen helps you breathe? Like, I mean,
You're stopping people from getting to their jobs. People coming from the ferry, people coming from the fucking island who work on the mainland couldn't get to work because they were blocking. Like, and I'm sorry. Well, no, I don't support your cause at all. But even if I did, you can't fuck up people's lives like that and then expect them to just be okay with it.
I caught a video of a small group of protesters. Literally, I think there's like 4 of them. There is a train going by. So there's actually a train on the tracks going by them. And this one chick goes over and starts dragging a bunch of skids and trying to
they
throw
light
it.
them on fire?
And then they light them on fire. Yeah, they light
I
them on
saw
fucking
that
fire
too.
right beside the fucking train. That's domestic terrorism.
And very, very dangerous. So,
Yeah.
at that point, I figured it's... You know, I guess I get why the cops are being so lame about it, but on the other hand, there is an injunction to arrest these people. They have the right to. I don't know why they're not.
Yes. They fucking well should. This is... It's insane. There's so many things wrong with all of it. It's just fucking...
But then again, from the police point of view, like,
you.
the protesters are already claiming police brutality and all this shit. So if they actually started arresting them, how much crime would they do then?
Nothing that a billy club to the mouth doesn't fucking fix.
But this
Just
is
saying.
it's now really jeopardizing our economy, and it's stupid, and it's got to stop. I'm
The Liberal government refuses to comment about how much it's costing us, but speculations are upwards of $500 million a day.
That's absurd.
The thing is though, that is only affecting. That's not affecting.
You have to keep in mind though, 400 million of that price tag is to keep Justin out of the country, not knowing what's going on.
I don't think you're off on that
He
one.
just keeps flying around.
Yeah, it's just insane.
It's time to stop. $500 million a day. What the hell? Someone's lying.
It makes sense though. I mean, like you've got propane companies shutting down. You've got people who are out of work because certain people in certain industries can't fucking work right now because there are no fucking trains. These people have disrupted a whole lot of goddamn lives, and it's completely counterproductive because the whole point of your protest is supposed to be anti-pipeline. Well, if you don't want the pipeline, then you need trains, and if you're shutting down trains, then you're just domestic terrorists. So
Yes, absolutely.
what you know what they should do?
And,
I actually have advice
let's
for
not forget all you people who are being racist to the natives. It's not the fucking natives doing this. These are just hired protesters from being hired by bullshit environmental companies and bullshit companies who have an interest in it. It's not the wetsuit wearing.
And they keep coming forward. By the way, they're more and more and more. They're coming forward to the media from the wetsuit, whatever the fuck to pronounce it. They are actually coming forward saying, no, we still want this.
I believe they are the a surfing tribe, and they're the wetsuit wearing.
Well, that's what I keep assuming.
I have no idea.
Terrible
I heard
fucking
someone on
name.
the news say it yesterday, and I latched onto it, and I'm like, good, I'm going to remember that. And I forgot it 10 seconds later. But, yeah, that's just, that caught at me as funny. Like, you can't, if you're Native people, you're always going to experience some of this sort of anti-Native sentiment when you're protesting shit and disrupting people's lives.
Again, I don't want to sound... I do want to sound sensitive. Fuck it. I just don't care anymore. Name a time when really people weren't racist against them.
Well, yeah.
Like, that's just been rampant for as long as we took over.
Well, see, unfortunately, the problem is it's very similar to what Candace Owens is pointing out in the States. The fact is, it's simply not there anymore, and they're running out of things to complain about. That racism is subsiding significantly to the point where no one's paying attention to them anymore. So they're creating ways to. It's ridiculous, but in 50 years, none of this is going to matter, and. Like, my kid is going to be beyond this. She already is. She doesn't understand racism. She never will. It's a thing of the past. And unfortunately, the people who feel like they're targets of it is kind of not always accurate. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's a hell of a lot more infrequent than it was.
All I know is that apparently it's really inappropriate to walk onto an Indian reserve, walk up to the first native you find and say, "Hey, how are you?" Apparently that's insensitive and mean. I don't know why.
Apparently. I lived on...
I actually did that twice, and I didn't even... I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" I didn't even think about it at all, and I got fucking slapped in the back of the head by my buddy. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" I'm like, "What?" Oh. Shit.
And
I'm bad.
I experience it, and for people who want to whine about it so much, holy pot calling the kettle black, because when I lived on the res, I got chased home every fucking night.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't belong there. I was the white boy. Anyway, I'm not going to get all racist on your shit. Just, you can expect that this stuff's being done in your name. Do more to say that it's not on your behalf, and those attitudes will calm down. And you know what? The next group of people that does something like this, all those feelings are going to be directed toward them. That's how fucking feelings work.
And feelings get hurt. People cry nowadays. It's really fucking annoying.
Are you going to make it through this episode, buddy?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay. So there was that. I have, okay, let's do this because it's boring. Then I'll get to the one that's a little less boring. This is kind of local, and it's been a big thing for years and years and years, and it's finally happening. Surrey has finally got approval to tell the RCMP to pound sand and get a Surrey police force.
As in what? Like their own their own separate one?
Their own separate municipal force. They are working right now on getting the RCMP to fuck out of there. It's going to be a very long, very painful tradition. It's going to take $19 million.
Is Surrey like literally the last town on the planet that doesn't have its own fucking police service?
Oh, no, you have to be a certain size before you can even get one. And like a lot of BC
Surrey isn't exactly tiny.
North Vancouver still has RCMP. I believe Coquitlam still has RCMP. Kelowna here still has RCMP. Lots of places.
I don't get it. My hometown, Milton, we've always had a police force.
Well, you guys are different in Ontario, though, because we don't have a provincial police force. You guys do. You've got the
yeah, we got OPP.
We don't have no OPP. We ain't down with that.
OPP, yeah, you know me.
We are not. So it's a good deal. I mean, it's time. I think most of Surrey is being tired of being harassed by cops who can't really get into it, like good city cops. Good city cops give you a good city cop beat, and the RCMP are bound by a bunch of rules and shit. So this should make things a lot more exciting.
It is the understatement of the day. I still remember my first official run-in with the RCMP in North Vancouver. I was sitting down by the C bus, in the little park sort of area there off to the side.
Oh, I know.
And, yes, you do. And I was chilling out over there, sitting like right on the front walk area, sitting on the bench smoking a joint. And I just as there's like four cops, there's 3 or 4 cops coming around the corner, And as soon as they popped around the corner, I immediately fucking put it out, grab a pack of cigarettes, fucking light up a fucking smoke right away. The cops walk by laughing. He goes, "Really? Like we didn't fucking smell it coming around the corner?" I'm just like, ah. He goes, "Do you have any more?" I'm like, "I have another joint in my pocket besides one I was smoking." He goes, "Oh, that's cool." He goes, "At least you have enough for later. Have a good night." Just like, wow, I love this city.
One of my first interactions with them in North Van was when I was walking home from Staples after our Super Tuesday. My Tuesday was not super.
No.
That's like it's like the Black Friday of back to school. It's a big deal at stupid retailers, but I was walking home and I slammed a six-pack on my walk home. I lived down by Phipps Exchange, but I was walking from Staples on Cap Road. It was a nice evening. Started pounding a six-pack. I got through like 5 of them. Then I had to piss like crazy.
It's weird.
I stopped on the, like, peeing on the side of the road, basically. There was like a tree. I wasn't just like in the middle of the road or something stupid. But the cop pulled over. Of course, first thing that happens, because I've got a beer in one hand and a cigarette in the other, so I'm holding my shirt in my teeth so that I won't piss on it. Headlights hit me, shirt falls, boom! Now I'm just pissing, filling my shirt with piss while I'm trying to talk to this cop.
Oh, that sucks.
Then he's like, all right, start walking. He's like, if I see you going to the liquor store at the bottom of the hill, we're taking you in. I was like, all right, cool.
I can handle that.
So I was going into the liquor store at the bottom of the hill. And he was very mad.
I remember this happening.
And I'm paraphrasing, I'm shortening it up. But long story short, I came out. And he said, if you say one word, we're taking you in. And I said, but... And that was it. Bam, face down on the pavement, like 6 cops just pommeling me. My head was bleeding, everything. I'm just like, I'm cuffed. I'm in the back of their car. I'm like, seriously? They're like, keep talking. I'm like, you guys fucking suck. They just took me to the hospital and dropped me off. They actually didn't take me to the hospital. They took me into where they like would take you in if they were putting you in jail. And then they walked me out from there. But they didn't walk me across the street to the hospital. They just let me bleed my way across the street. They're like, okay, you can go. Like, you fuckers.
Those sons of bitches.
But I guess it could have been worse. I see people get it worse all the time. So, congratulations, Surrey.
Way to go, Surrey.
It doesn't really matter if you're RCMP or City Police. Every force has dicks.
Yes, that is an absolute piece of fucking truth.
It's a job. Why would you do that job if you weren't a dick? Like, there's no, like, fucking happy, nice guy, I want to be friendly to the community cop. That guy doesn't exist. It's only dicks who become cops and hot chicks.
Yeah. And hot chicks are usually the worst.
Or bull dykes with something to prove. Sorry, is that not one of the 58? I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure it is. We're going to make it one.
So Surrey, they say Vancouver will be a suburb of Surrey within 50 years. At the rate that Surrey's growing. So.
They say Surrey will what?
Vancouver will be a suburb of Surrey.
Yeah, you guys are going to do the GTA, I think. That's right.
Surrey is going to far surpass Vancouver as the largest and most productive town.
Is it productive or just populated?
It's changing. It's done amazing things in the last 20 years. Like, compared to when I moved to Vancouver, you wouldn't even recognize it.
Because I know when the first time I went to Surrey, the first thing I said, as soon as I got outside and I'm sort of walking around, the first thing I thought, I'm like, wow, I'm back in Ontario. That's just what it felt like. It felt like Ontario.
Yeah, very much does. I always laugh when you like watch Frasier and they'll be like driving to Canada and they drive into like this big, beautiful wooded area and they like whatever. On any of those sitcoms when they're driving to Canada, You go up through Washington and I'm like, you don't end up in the woods, dude. You end up in Surrey.
That's where you come out of. That's where you come into.
It's not a bear over there. It's a pimp. And if you don't pay, you're in some trouble. But I don't know. It's changed a lot. But it's funny. They don't do it. They do it like in little bits and pieces. They don't do it like one neighborhood at a time. It's like a little building here and a little building there. So you'll have this beautiful 21st century architecture next to something that looks like a fucking bomb shelter. They're just, it's weird. Like you just take the SkyTrain and you look. You're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it's very unbalanced, weird fucking city. There's no getting around it.
Oh, it's nuts. And neighborhood to neighborhood is weird. It's always, if you've ever spent like an entire day there, it's exactly like Judgment Night. But no one's chasing you. You're just running like that.
That's just the way it works.
I was there one time
Surly
with a girl.
Surrey.
This girl was like, hey, let's go to Surrey. I gotta get a thing. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm thinking train there, train back. Not 2.5 days later.
No.
We made it back. And Dennis Leary never caught us. But
I wouldn't overly complain if Dennis Leary was chasing me through Surrey. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
We did lose Jeremy Piven on a roof, but it's the price you pay. Anyway.
That's exactly right.
Good for you, Surrey. Whatever. Surrey sucks. The only other thing, Gord, I only have one more, but I thought you would get a kick out of this.
Yes. I have a great one for you.
What the hell are they called? X-Site Energy. X-Site. See what they did there? It's clever. It's oil, folks, for you.
There you go.
Drawing a ton of scrutiny from lots of people, including the Alberta government, for posting a sexually explicit picture of Greta Thunberg.
Shut the fuck up, really?
Yeah, obviously not her, but
Photoshop, but
it's they make it seem like her because they write Greta across her back, and she's getting railed from behind over one of their trucks.
Oh, they're gonna be fucked for that one.
Everyone in the province is freaking out, and she's in Edmonton right now, apparently.
Yeah, she needs to get the fuck out of Canada and go somewhere else.
So she is right there. Well, and I don't know. Come on. It's fucking, in a way, it's wicked inappropriate. You can't post stupid shit. Everybody finds it all the time. I don't know how people don't realize this shit.
Yeah.
But come on, it's an oil, like, you ever seen these places? They're full of big, rough dudes that make bad jokes. What are you going to do? I don't know if look, don't put them online, clearly, but I don't think you can really get upset if a bunch of dudes, like, it's locker room shit. You can't get mad about locker room stuff. I don't think.
Oh, no, that is the very thing they're trying to ban.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
you can't ban
you can.
my ability to fucking say whatever the hell I want.
You certainly can, and Canada's on its way to trying to do that.
You have to rewrite the Constitution, then.
Yep.
You have to rewrite the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and I don't see anybody doing that. So until they do, fuck you. I'll say what I want when I want.
Greta Thunberg's getting railed. Eat a dick.
And this is part of what Gordon and I are trying to do on Sunday, March the 8th, during our epic Season 2 finale Godcast. Just trying to show that a group of people that are not necessarily known to be funny and willing to engage in the kind of conversations that Gordon and I engage in, they're going to come and do that. They're going to do just that. And they're going to talk and laugh and swear, and we're all going to have fun, and we're going to go, hey, those dudes aren't so bad. And then we're going to realize that words don't matter, and it's a lot better if we all just get together and share ideas and maybe fucking solve a problem like I've been saying all goddamn year. And we're not going to stop with Christians. This is just the first step. That's why the video I released today says, hear the world begin to change. Because people are going to catch on. Me and Gord are going to go from group to group to group. And then all these groups are going to join my people for groups who like groups. No, group for people who like groups. Sorry, I fucked that one up. Something about groups. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to break down all these fucking barriers. We're all going to just be able to talk, and we're all going to work together and solve a problem. And everyone's going to quit whining. And it's going to be great. Sure? People are going to go, hey, oil's bad, but if we work together, we can fix it. And people on the other side are going to go, yes, it is, but all of our shit depends on it, so let's just find a way to deal with it. Then they're going to fucking work together. And then we're going to move on to the next group, whatever the fuck it is. Like, I don't know, hey, vaccines are bad. No, they're not. You're fucking stupid. That's how that one's going to go.
Bunch of fucking dicks.
And then we're going to move on to... Who are we going to move on to after that? I don't know. Vegans? I don't care if you're vegan. Go ahead. Go be vegan. Cool. Just don't tell me about it.
And that's really what it comes down to. I just don't want to fucking hear about it.
I just don't care. And same with all you gender... I guess it's gender bender, okay? Let's just do that now. Nobody cares. Benders. That's going to be... That's my subcategory for next season. Nobody cares. Well, I identify as this. Nobody cares. Get back to work.
Right? Exactly.
I don't care. Like, it has nothing to do with our interaction. If I'm just shopping at Walmart and you're fucking checking my receipt, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to ask. You don't have to. I'm just going to keep walking right by. This is not anything to do with our interaction.
Nothing.
And pretty much anyone in public, that's how that goes. If I'm buying cigarettes at your gas station, or if I'm whatever I'm doing, you're handing out newspapers at the SkyTrain, and I'm fucking throwing wet paper towel at you, or whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
Fuck. I'm just fuckable.
Yep. Gord, ladies and gentlemen, is burned out.
It's okay. I still got a couple of things I want to talk about, though.
So don't everybody in Canada, let's not post anything about Greta Thunberg. Apparently she's sensitive. And keep in mind, she's fucking 16. Like, she brings a lot of heat on herself for the stuff she does. Mainly because her country is an oil-based economy. And she would starve to death if it wasn't for oil. But she's 16. You can't pick on 16-year-olds.
You certainly
she's autistic.
Can.
Fuck.
I certainly will, because I certainly just don't give a shit.
Don't pick on Greta Thunberg. We got so much. But if you can close your eyes and just picture giant, big, fat, like morbidly obese Greta Thunberg, it's very, very funny. Yes, can't use oil. Big fat. Morbidly obese Greta Thunberg is hilarious to me. Just stomping around, stuffing pierogies in her face. Stay off the oil.
Stay off the oil.
Hey,
somebody give me a hoagie.
Go to ericandgord.world and buy yourself a big fat shirt there, big fat Greta Thunberg. All right, moving on. What do you got, Gord? Because mine are stupid.
Okay, we'll start with one of the bigger ones. In San Francisco, I'm not sure if you heard about this. The California power regulators on Thursday slapped Pacific Gas and Electric with a $2.1 billion fine for igniting a series of deadly wildfires that landed the beleaguered utility in bankruptcy.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe that there isn't a such thing as a wildfire. None of them are wild. They're all started by us.
I fully agree. The funny thing was that initially they were set fine to pay $1.7 billion, and then they ended up increasing the fine afterwards, saying basically they thought it was just sort of too lenient, so they just added another bunch of money onto it and said, fuck you.
I love it when courts do that. They're just like, hey, yeah, you remember that amount we told you? Yeah, they're just going to double it. That's all. Okay, move on. Like,
my favorite quote on this is the Pacific Gas and Electric official said they were disappointed by the increased fine.
Yeah.
No shit, really?
We didn't really care for that, no.
Oh, he didn't think
we would have preferred it had it gone the other way, but it did not. We were disappointed by that.
It's just so funny.
California's a weird place.
No, it's so very fucking strange.
I don't understand their laws. Their legal system makes no sense.
No. Well, I mean, the guy fucking running the fucking place is a fucking moron, so what are you going to do?
Well, the last one was Schwarzenegger.
It's true. He did a better job than anybody else by the looks of it.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do too bad. And he was on the heels of someone who got, I forget what the word is, but he got fired, basically.
Oh, shit, eh?
Like, enough of the state signed a petition saying, I forget what the word is when you get kicked out of office, but it can happen if a majority of people
It's like a form of impeachment.
Yeah. I forget what the actual term is now because I'm stupid today. But
Applement?
I can't think of his name now. But he got fired. Everyone elected him. He was like the greatest guy ever. And then 2 months later, they were like, "Holy fuck, this dude sucks."
And yet we were stuck with Trudeau. It's unfucking real.
Yeah, but we all voted for him, and we all agree. If we went to the polls tomorrow, we'd all vote for him again. Our country is stupid.
Oh, it's so dumb. It's so very dumb.
It's not their fault. It was him or Scheer. What the fuck did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just it. As soon as Scheer was going to be the one that was running opposition, I knew right away Trudeau's back in.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And then Scheer helped a lot by lying on his resume, lying about where he came from, lying about just about everything. That really helped the Conservatives' chance of winning.
Oh, absolutely. And then add the fact that his whole I'm completely against gays stance, initially didn't help him
that didn't
at
help.
all. So, that's just stupid.
Yeah, Scheer was kind of a train wreck.
Yeah.
But he's still the leader for now.
Did you hear about what happened in Milwaukee a couple of days ago?
No, I don't pay. I try very, very hard to focus on Canada. So,
well,
you can be my American correspondent, but I didn't pay any attention to anything in America.
Well, in Milwaukee, there was a shooting at the Molson Coors Brewery.
What a surprise!
A guy had gone in at 51.
Okay, slow down. Let's back it up here.
Yes, sir.
You're saying there was a shooting in America?
There was a shooting in America that involved alcohol.
My God. What is this world coming to?
Never fucking saw this one coming.
Was it a cop and a black kid?
No.
Oh. All right, well,
a black kid.
Then it's moderately interesting. Let's keep going.
Exactly. There we go. So a 51-year-old dude opened fire at the brewery, killing 5 male employees before turning the gun on himself. They have no idea why he did it, but the really sort of, I guess call it a really sort of strange thing is that not one person, his family, his friends, his co-workers, nobody saw it coming.
Wait, didn't you say it was a Molson brewery?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see why he did it.
Well, it's Molson and Coors. I mean, why wouldn't you?
If I bought a bunch of Molson, I'd be pissed and want to shoot him too.
So yeah, my favorite line in this one so far is Erna. I'm not gonna fucking butcher her last name. Erna R. She lives next door to this guy. She described him as a nice guy and helpful neighbor who enjoyed building guns with mail order parts.
You didn't think that was a little off, Erna? Did you ever stop to say, "Hey, what are you going to do with all those guns?"
No, apparently.
You're not planning on shooting somebody with those, are you?
No.
Oh, Erna.
Not you. Not you anyway, Erna.
What a
fine.
He was a nice man. He just liked to build all those guns all day.
And for the record,
but
Erna
nobody saw this coming. Fuck.
Erna is 82 years old, for the record, so.
But you just, nobody saw this coming. He's a nice man.
Yeah.
Spends 23 hours a day building guns in his garage. Nobody saw a shooting coming. What the fuck is wrong with people? Nobody?
Yeah.
Not one person thought that the guy building all the mail order guns was probably going to shoot something.
No. I mean, the funny thing is it's mentioned. It was like, well, we knew he was a fan of guns, but he was always happy. He was always in a good mood. He was always
he was
positive.
about to kill everybody.
Right? He knew the end was coming. He didn't care. Apparently, he was kind, caring, a giving person who always put his family's needs before his own until he decided to murder people.
So were all of them. Like the fucking tower shooters in the States. Remember when that was going on? Just people pegging people off from bell towers and shit?
Yeah, that was crazy. 2 black guys. That was the best.
They were just nice guys, too.
Nobody saw that one. That was the best thing because, when the FBI did their profiling, they were so fucking wrong.
Well,
they got every aspect of it was wrong. They said it was a single guy. They didn't really a single white guy. It was 2 black guys.
People have to stop saying that fucking shit. It happened with your guy MacArthur too.
Yeah.
The landscaper who was burying people in his customers' yards for years.
That's so
and
awesome.
None of them. We didn't see it coming. He's such a nice guy. He did such a good job. That's what you say about all of them. Always, every time. That's the first thing out of people's mouths. I'm just gonna. Every time I'm on the news now, I'm just gonna be like, I totally fucking thought that guy was nuts.
Well, that was one of my favorite things in the world was this black kid had gone around. He got shot by the cops and. Immediately, the media kind of initially sort of jumped on it, being like, "Oh, another one shot by the cops illegally." Then they interviewed the father on like a live interview. Yeah, no, he's a piece of shit. Of course, he deserved it. It's like, yes.
Well, yeah. Why don't people just be honest on the news? Oh, he was such a nice man. He was in. No, he wasn't. He's probably a piece of shit. There was probably a day where you're like, yeah, he's a piece of shit. And I kind of thought he looked kind of killy that day, but I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to be the one he killed.
Yeah, I just thought if I stayed on his good side, he'd be like, hey, John, fuck you, Frank.
Right?
Just shoot the other guy.
I'm very much like that. I will not report him because I will be afraid of him.
That's
and
right.
I think that he will shoot me too if I report him. So don't expect me to, just like the torture argument, don't expect me to go ratting anybody out either.
I got one more story about in the U.S. and then I have some big world news, if technically bigger than world news, but I just thought this is amazing. I'm jealous that this happened. I've always thought this would be something I would do. But a thief stole a hearse with a body inside.
Oh, that must happen more often than we think.
Apparently, it's not all that common because there literally says all the hallmarks of an only in Los Angeles crime.
Wow.
Thief stole a hearse with a body inside, went on a wild ride, ending with a chase and a crash on a busy freeway.
Yeah,
the good news is
with a crash on a busy freeway in California.
Because highways there are busy. I don't know why you'd ever get on one. Just stupid. But yeah, the good news is the authorities say that they found the body undisturbed inside the casket, so he just got a free ride.
Oh, that's cool.
So the guy literally stole it from a church.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, it's just amazing.
The only time I was ever involved in, a guy I know was involved in car theft. It was from a church.
Oh, really?
This guy I know went through the coat room at the church. He just fucking started raiding pockets, and there happened to be some keys in the pocket. So this guy I know went walking around the parking lot doing the tuk, 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 tuk. Oh, there it is. And just boom, there we go. I had the keys and everything. Let's go to.
That's so good.
Anyone
wasn't planning on this, but since it's here.
That guy I know wasn't very smart because him and his buddies drove it around Kelowna for 3 fucking days.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Occasionally having to stop at Zeller's to steal every fucking CD on their shelf so we could take them up to Darky's pawnbrokers and pawn them. You get $3 a piece for CDs back then. Well, you can fill your gas tank for like $25.
Yep. Yeah, you don't get a whole lot for those anymore. Now was like $3 for 30.
I had probably played a big role in Zeller's going out of business. I mean, this guy I know.
Yeah, way to blow that cover.
Whatever.
I feel like I should name this guy because I think
just before
he
you
should be famous.
move on. Just speaking of that, I was at a friend's house the other night, and someone was like, we were going over the ID thing again.
Yeah.
And then they mentioned that you could, like, if you just go to the police station and get your criminal record, though, that counts as ID.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, I don't have a criminal record. And they're like,
that's the problem.
And I'm like, because I'm fucking good at crime. And they just looked at me like that was such a slag on them because they got a bunch of charges. I'm like, yeah, you suck at crime, and I'm awesome.
That's just it. I mean, people always assume I'm just this innocent little heavenly creature because I've have no criminal record, but I just don't get caught.
Yeah,
smart.
Criminal record is some sort of badge of honor.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it means you're stupid. You're bad at what you do.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So hats off to James Juarez, 25. Well done, sir. That's amazing. Grand Theft Auto. Way to go. I just love the story.
I'm surprised with everyone blaming violence on video games. I can't believe more people don't attempt that one. Like,
right? I'm a little
just
shocked.
Pull
too.
someone out of a car and go driving because of that game. Like, I fully don't believe video games have anything to do with violence whatsoever, but you would think if any of them did, that would be the one they would emulate.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, for some reason, no. Oh, before I get to my big international news, I officially saw the first post of Trump being blamed for the stock market fall in the U.S., which is hilarious because it's got nothing to do with him whatsoever. It's because of the fucking virus. So
all his fault.
I just thought that was like, see, he's not that good. Look, the stock is it's fallen. Yeah, you're an idiot. I'm not even going to bother. So, so big news. Scientists have detected the biggest explosion ever since the Big Bang.
Was it from Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina?
It was not, because that's such a gaping hole that nothing rubs on the sides to cause friction enough to cause an explosion.
The biggest explosion since the Big Bang.
That's right.
They think.
As it stands, it is 5 times bigger than anything that's ever been observed before in human history, which is basically the last 60 years. But it was a huge release of energy is thought to have emanated from a supermassive black hole some 390 million light years from Earth. So they have a picture of this. It's a bright light.
No, so I'm not like you in that if something's 550 million light years from Earth, don't wake me up for it, okay? That's not news.
So I'm glad I told you you're awake. It's news that, think of it this way. You've got a camera that you've got a huge amount of area to cover to look at stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
And you're able to get a shot of this flash. That's impressive. That's what's most impressive. It's not the impressiveness that it happened. It's more along the it's impressive that it was found. That they
sure. It's neat that they got a picture of it. But can I be the first to venture forth the novel idea that these things probably happen all the fucking time? Like, it's weird to think that like there was just a Big Bang and then nothing else happened. There's probably a whole bunch of shit we don't catch.
Oh, there's tremendous amount we don't catch. That's the thing. But since this explosion, there is now this huge hole left over in this area of space, and they say that it is big enough to fit 15 of our entire Milky Way galaxies in a
See,
row.
how could you have a hole in space? Isn't space itself a hole?
I just think that this was something that took up that much space before. Like, it took up enough spaces like that, so it's one of those huge gas sort of things with a centralized area, and it's blown up. It's gone supernova, and whatever it does, and it blew up, and that space left over is just this huge cavity of space that there is absolutely nothing there now.
Well,
so that's kind of cool.
So there's absolutely nothing 550 million miles away from us in the middle of where nothing was.
That's right.
I love
now there's
science.
Nothing.
I can see why people get excited about it. It's cool. I like space exploration. I just can't wrap my mind around caring that much. I'm such a jerk about that kind of thing. I'm like, if it's not an alien falling and hitting me or something, it's hard to get me excited. Like, when people tell me about these things, oh, look, we discovered a new star. It's like, yeah, there's billions of them. Who gives a fuck?
I'm fascinated by just about anything in space. So
I know you are, and I'm glad you are, because I wouldn't hear about it and I wouldn't learn about it if it weren't for you.
You wouldn't know about asteroid math if it wasn't, or NASA math if it wasn't for me. So
you educate me, and I appreciate it, and I do enjoy the things you tell me. It's just I don't get like, so what was there after the Big Bang? Probably the same thing. So maybe a new Earth is forming. We'll know in 100,000 billion years when it's done forming.
Yeah. No, keep in mind, they didn't say that it was as big as. It's just the biggest since the Big Bang. So
well,
it was large enough that
that could be a little misleading too. Because if you have the biggest explosion so big that it created our universe, then every other one's going to be the biggest since. Even if it's just like a guy lighting a match, that would be the biggest one since.
Well, sure. I mean, but think of when they talk about everything that's on record. Like, give them a little bit of fucking credit. I know their math is shitty, but come on.
I give them credit. I believe. I don't believe they're wrong. Like, they're like. I believe in science. Okay, I believe the shit that I learned. I think it's true. I have no reason to think it's not true. I don't think they're. Like, as much as I joke about NASA math, they know what they're doing. Some of them must. And I give them credit for it. I can tease them too. Because the math is stupid. How do they know? Oh, there's the biggest one says. How the fuck do you know? There's probably 3 going on while you gave us that speech. Fucking keep your eyes on the prize there, Obi.
Hey, curiosity factor. Would you like to know who the top 5 richest U.S. presidents are?
I'm going to go with Bush, Clinton,
No,
Trump.
no, yes.
Garfield.
No.
And McDonald. I don't know any presidents.
Trump is the richest. The net worth of $3.1 billion. John F. Kennedy.
Huh.
Had a net worth of $1 billion.
Wow, back then that was big money.
Yeah, it was. I'm assuming this is all.
What did Kennedy do before he was president? I have no idea.
Well, his most of his wealth came in the form of trusts shared with other family members.
Oh, so he was just born rich. Cool.
He was a trust fund baby. George Washington is the next richest.
Oh yeah, he grew pot.
That's right. He had a net worth of $525 million. He also had slaves.
520 million of that was from pot.
Yep. His slavery was 2% of the entire U.S. budget. Or sorry, his salary, his slavery.
His was 2% of the entire budget?
Yeah, his salary was 2% of the entire U.S. budget in 1789. He had thousands of acres of land and more than 300 slaves.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. People go, oh, slavery's so bad. George Washington's great.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Fuck you. Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, yeah, I would have said him if I knew he existed.
Yep.
I forgot he was president.
Jefferson was after Washington.
Yeah.
He also owned a lot of property, and he only had dozens of slaves.
Oh.
Which were
that
left
doesn't make you better, by the way. That the number of people you owned didn't make you better. You don't win any like friendly guy. Oh, but he only had a dozen slaves. He still had people that you owned.
You know what's weird though? He had a net worth of $236 million, but he was deeply in debt when he died.
Yeah, I'll be like that too.
So, yeah,
I had this argument with my mom and her significant other today when we were talking about civil rights and civil rights parades and stuff, and they both said, well, where's our white guy parade? And I'm like, seriously? The last 100 years, that was your white guy parade. Like, that's
it's called the Christmas parade.
we didn't need a parade because we got to own people and beat them and make everyone who wasn't like us feel bad about themselves. That was our parade. Now it's over.
But you know what though? I still have if white people wanted just to have like not a racist white pride parade, but like just have like a hey, I'm not ashamed to be a white guy parade. I wouldn't be offended by that. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, still I don't think we get a parade.
Yeah, I'm not saying we should.
I think we just get to be white dudes, and that's cool. But not that that's cooler than anybody else or anything. I don't. But we get to be, and that's fine. We don't need a parade. We're us. Chances of us getting shot by a cop are slimmer.
So I've noticed something here. Aside from,
they're actually not. Statistically, they're not. Just so everybody knows, as much as I like to harp on the black kids getting shot thing, statistically, it's still more white people.
Yeah. So aside from George Washington, the other 4 presidents all listed were all trust fund babies.
Really?
Yep. Roosevelt was a trust fund. We already know Trump was.
Well, yeah.
Like, although he built his fortune, but his fortune was built on the fact that he got a loan of $1 million from his fucking uncle or his father, whoever the fuck it was, or grandfather.
If you ask 5 people on the street, you will get 5 different numbers of how much he borrowed, how much that loan was for. I don't think anyone will ever know how much that loan was really for. I don't think it was $1 million.
That's what I heard. I heard it was $1 million. I've only ever
that's
heard
what
that.
He says. I don't think it was $1 million. I think it had to be more than that. There's no way he established himself on $1 million. He's not that smart.
I don't know.
I'm not saying I know that's the figure you got. That's the one he says, and that's like supposed to be the number. I don't buy it. I say it was more than that. I'm not saying like you're giving me bad facts. I'm just saying he's a lying piece of shit.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't surprise me either.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like shoot you down. America, in case you didn't know, just as we end season 2, your president's a lying piece of shit.
No.
And if you have a problem with any of the clearly racist shit I've been saying tonight, I apologize for that. I'm just tired. I'm not thinking right. You can email me and Gord. I'll break it out early. It was going to be my season 3 email, but I'm busting it out just for you guys. You can reach me at gwynethpaltrowsvagina@gmail.com.
Over his lifetime as it stands, Donald Trump has received at least $413 million from his father's business empire.
Yeah.
So there we go.
That makes sense.
That's a little better.
For what it is, I don't know, he's a businessman, and businessmen are scummy, but, he's all this shit about Trump went bankrupt. I think I talked about this once before. So did every other casino owner at the time. People gloss over that. When the casinos were just arbitrarily handed to the natives in the States, a bunch of casino developers went bankrupt overnight. So it's not like Trump just did something bad. They all got a shitty fucking deal. So people got to watch their facts.
Apparently, the actual amount is closer to 14 million of what he started out with.
Yeah, see, look, in 5 seconds, you've already increased your number 14 times.
And wow, this is actually a really difficult number to give because his father, along with the Hyatt hotel chain, jointly guaranteed the $70 million construction loan from manufacturer's Hanover Bank, each assuming a 50% share of the obligation. He's committing himself to complete the project should Donald be unable to finish it.
Yeah. That's why
so
I
there's
said
another
earlier,
$70 million.
You may remember, I don't know, it was a long time ago, I said that I don't believe that 1 million number. I think it's more than that.
Yeah. But my favorite thing is the fact that Trump has always said he got that he borrowed a very small amount.
Yeah. Said. Well, I'm sure like $1 million was just what his dad had in his wallet. He handed him that. Yeah. Here's your $1 million, and then he did the business deal. Like that was more like just his allowance. Like the other 13 million that came later in the bank, but he's like, yeah, he just gave me $1 million. That's all he got. Well, no, just what he physically handed you in bills. Yeah. That's just what you carry around in your pockets.
And at one point, Trump claimed that his net worth is at $10 billion, but based on analysis of his personal financial disclosure form, it's actually close. It's under $3 billion.
Yeah, he always does that too. He said he had the most hits on Twitter or whatever. He's not even fucking close.
No,
he said he had the most Instagram followers, and he's not even in the top 5 or whatever.
What was that picture of a potato that got more hits on anything on Instagram?
Oh, no, it was an egg.
What was it?
It was an egg.
An egg, that's right.
And it got the most hits on Instagram.
That's so good. And it was all just to beat out the Kardashian, what's her name?
Yeah.
One of the Kardashian girls.
There's other ones I don't see the attraction to any of them. Whatever. But I don't understand how shit goes like that and why his little egg did. And I've put all kinds of cool pictures up there. Why don't I go viral?
It'll happen. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm trying. I have a lot of most of my Twitter people who I follow who aren't porn stars are celebrities. I try constantly to be engaging with celebrities and letting celebrities know that Eric and Gord are here for just about anything they need. And I spend all day on social media just talking to celebrities going, hey, how much do you think Trump borrowed from his dad?
Gord did a 2-minute search and he found 12 different numbers. What did you find?
Yeah, right? That's what it is. That's why I say we're never going to know. It doesn't matter, really.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't in the slightest. It really doesn't.
I don't know. Trump. That's all I'm going to say all next year. Whenever someone brings it up, whenever you have a story, I'm just going to go, Trump. That's going to be my response every time anyone asks me about it. Trump. People will be like, what does that mean? No, just nothing. I'm walk away.
I will be fine with that. That's just funny.
It'd be awesome if we could get like a political dude on the show, and I just did that for an hour.
Just,
everything he says, I'm just. People think something's wrong with the microphone. That'd be good stuff. We got a lot of good guests lined up already, kids, for next season. We're going to be doing like a guest a week next season. It's going to be a blasteroo. People love being on this show. We love having people on this show. We love being on their shows. It's going to be a fucking Eric and Gord variety hour starting in March. The internet's going to be pretty sick of us by the end of season 3.
Yeah, I am super fucking stoked for the 8th. I am really, really excited for this. I am. Well, my girlfriend doesn't listen to this, so I'm okay to say this live on the air. So I get to miss a baptism because of this. So I'm really
Nice.
happy.
Your own?
So, no,
Oh.
no, I don't want to go through the scalding. No, it's through my
Yes,
one of
someone
my.
else. I get it. It's cool.
Yeah. Someone's getting baptized, so yeah, so I don't have to.
I'm sorry you got to work that day, but
yeah,
I know you wouldn't miss it if you didn't have to. But this is a big show.
yes.
I need you, and it's going. This is going to change the world. And Mister, these guys wax on about stuff, and they don't even affect their own worlds. Yeah, this will. I promise you, this changes some lives. And I don't even feel like a Yahoo saying that. Someone's going to walk away from this a better person. Not me, but someone.
It certainly won't be either one of us, but because I already know I'm the best person in the world. So
some very good shit is going to come out of this day on Sunday. It came together so quickly, and everybody's excited about it. A lot of people came out of the woodwork in the last few days just to say, "Hey, Eric and Gord, fucking way to be you guys."
You're my new savior.
Even
Hey, did you know that Bernie Sanders actually wants to eliminate the two-party system in the U.S.?
I did not know that. It's a terrible idea. Don't do it, Bernie. You guys have enough trouble navigating 2 fucking parties. If you get a bunch of yahoos every year, like we got up here, people coming out of all over the place with their stupid ideas, fucking up your shit. You can't even get 2 right. Every election goes wrong. Every election. Look at Iowa this year. Just fucked up. And that's just the Democratic convention. All you have to do is pick a Democrat out of the Democrats that are running, and you couldn't fucking even do that. And that's just one party. You can't figure out one-party system.
It's true. They'd fuck that up.
If you had a one-leader system, and all you had to do was put a check mark beside your leader's name, somehow you would fuck it up. So, Bernie, no. You're just pissed off because the 2-party system hasn't worked out for you the last couple times. I want a different system. Yeah, Trudeau said that too till he won.
I saw our friends over at Thorskin had posted a fantastic question, and I have to bring it up because I just feel like I need to talk about it because I thought it was great. They posed the question of which superhero would win in a bar fight.
Yeah, that's their superhero bar fight thing that they do.
That's right. Dr. Claw or the Coon. Now, do you know who the Coon is? The Coon is Eric Cartman's alter ego superhero.
Oh, okay.
Now, most of the people were voting for Dr. Claw with the simple basis of, well, he's got money, he's super evil, and he's got henchmen.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Unfortunately, you're all wrong. Eric Cartman as the Coon is hands down the winner. You got to remember, Dr. Claw couldn't beat an idiot. But yet Eric Cartman, fed one of his enemies his own parents to him in a chili.
True.
Tell me who's more evil.
That's pretty evil. No, Cartman's an evil little fuck. I'll give you that. I would love to see an episode of that show where they all die, and then Matt and Trey Parker actually die, and then I don't have to listen to their shit anymore.
I am personally very happy that they're alive because I am a fan. I think it's funny.
This is right up there with Vancouver fireworks. No one on the fucking planet agrees with me. Even my friend Christina, who hates everything, fucking loves South Park. People just love that shit. I don't get it. I get it. Like, I'm not an idiot, but I just don't see it's never been funny to me.
I loved it from episode 1, and I've been a fan ever since.
I should let me retract that statement, because I know someone's going to come from my childhood and fucking, when I'm a celebrity, people are going to be like, he lied on episode 201 of that podcast. You lied. I did enjoy the first season. I watched it in 1997 when it was on TV. We would have parties at my house and watch it. It was on every Friday. And it would be like in the middle of a party, and the party would have to stop, so we watched this fucking thing.
The satellite came out of Cartman's ass for the aliens.
There was that one. I remember a couple of them, and they were funny. Like that was the first one with Jesus and the devil boxing.
Yep, so good.
That was pretty funny. I get the little
devil
kid
takes the fall.
when the little kid Damien goes to their school.
Every time he shows up, everyone's just recluse, dominus.
Yeah, exactly. That was good shit. But that was actually like there's some intelligence behind it. It wasn't just like, yeah, look, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a funny piece of shit. Why is that funny? I'm a Christmas piece of shit.
Mr. Hanky the Christmas Stew is the strangest thing in the world.
I don't get why their show is. Oh, look, he's a shit. That's not funny. It's fucking gross.
Or Towley. Did you ever catch Towley?
Towley might be beyond my time.
Towley was literally a towel that was designed by the government as the most absorbent towel ever, and he was there just to promote, because all he did was just walk around and go, don't forget to bring a towel, and that's all he ever did. But he was a high-end stoner, so all he did was just smoke weed. He was constantly stoned out of his mind.
I stopped paying attention in about 1998, and then after Team America, I purposely avoided it.
I love that movie.
I saw a couple with Butters. I think that was the last thing I saw. I never even saw Timmy in real life.
Oh, Timmy was my cripple fight. Is still the greatest episode they ever did. Timmy
Token,
and Jimmy get into a fucking fight.
I never saw the episodes with Token.
The token black guy.
He was after my time. Although they stole that joke from us. Because we had our friend Sunil, who was our token brown friend.
And you called him Token?
Which was a very big deal in Kelowna. There was only, I think just him.
Well, there's 6 black people in all of BC, for God's sake. So
yeah, I knew 3 of them. That's anyone in Kelowna who graduated high school in roughly 1996. You know who I'm talking about. You can name them too. Don't even fucking pretend. We got mad at our school because one switched to another school. We're like, fuck, we only had 3. Yeah.
Man, there's I can't even count how many are on my street, let alone.
Yeah, no, they don't live here. They could. I'm not saying they shouldn't or whatever. You could.
Good. They just don't.
In Kelowna, Kelowna was very, very white when I was a kid.
BC, well, no, I was going to say BC isn't still white. BC is
it's changing in Kelowna.
Asian. Yeah.
As it grows, it changes, just as does anywhere, and that's good. It's a good thing. Not that
don't complain.
I'm not. I love everybody. I told you I don't see color. I don't see sex, color, creed, race. Everyone is just a homogenous blob of goo. I don't see anything. You're just this opaque, silly putty blob moving in front of me. I don't see any of your shit that you want to bitch about.
Oh, Eric, I have to tell you, I made a reference today, and I would be interested to see if you would catch it, if you knew what it was from. I had to squeeze behind a forklift and a set of racking, and when I did it, I just sucked my belly in really, really tight. I went clickety click, bob a trick, and I just slid on past it. The guy, he stood at me and goes, "You know about the barbers?" I'm like, no way. He goes, "I can't believe I just saw you do that," because I didn't even think he was paying attention. I just did it for my own personal amusement. I just went clickety click, bob a trick.
Those are always the best ways.
Right? And then he just goes, "Did you just say clickety click, bob a trick?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "What the fuck is the matter with you?"
That's when I always pull out, even if it's just the two of us in the giant warehouse, I'll be like, "Did you just say that?" I'll be like, "I don't know. Lots of people were saying stuff." And just walk away.
Actually,
I think that's why I lost that old auto parts job last summer. The one that in the place where we were, I was an order picker at the auto parts place for like a week.
Yeah, I remember.
And
that.
I think I creeped them out doing shit like that. Like, did you just say that? I mean, like, I don't know. Lots of people were saying stuff, and nobody around, and I just walk away. And then I just got not called in anymore. And they said I goofed around too much. I don't remember goofing around at all. Except when I would pick the orders, I would stack them like Jenga.
I'm sure they love that.
They were just like not. They're like, what? Like, it wasn't like dangerous or whatever. I would do it in a mindful manner, but it would just be stacked, usually with the larger pieces on top. Just because, why not? But
That's how my manager wants me to, or my supervisor. That's how she wants me to fucking stack all my. Every time she gives me here's your orders, go pick these fucking doors. She's always putting the smallest, narrowest ones on the bottom, and then like these big ones on top. I'm thinking, I can't be driving around cutting corners and on a moving fucking forklift when I got a 16-inch fucking door on the bottom and a 40-inch one on the top of it. Like, I mean, it's just.
Oh yeah, you have to do that for the trucks.
Oh, the teeter point. It just like this is just basic physics. Come on, man. Like,
yeah, no, that's every order you do that. You always put the longer stuff. It's so number one, so the forklifts can pick it up better. Number two, it's so they can stack better on the truck.
No. It's for the narrowest on the bottom.
Yeah.
No, but they'll literally put a 16-inch on the bottom. This is only a door that's 1 inch thick.
I know what you're saying.
Above that one, they'll put a 36-inch on top of that.
Yeah.
That's got the doors stand up,
and then
they go on a truck. They don't lay down.
No. If you stand them up, they should be in aren't they in like an A-frame or something?
No, not even. They're just in a skid with 2 cardboard sleeves on the side that are strapped on. So the size of them, how they get done, has no bearing on it being shipped.
I don't know doors.
Just the way she picks it, it's really fucking frustrating. It pisses me off to no end.
I don't know from doors, but if you're a forklift driver, just make sure you lift it up. Always be able to see your all 5 points.
Yeah, but they have the
3.5
inch rule. The skid's supposed to be no more than 3.5 inches off the ground whenever you're moving.
Yeah, in theory.
In theory. Doesn't always work that way.
Forklift rules are just the same as driving rules. 85% of them don't apply in the real world. You use them to pass the test, and that's it. No one in the history of forklift. I've driven forklift for 20 fucking years. It's what I've just applied for. It's what you guys heard me apply for last night on the air. No one in the history of forklift driving ever has stopped and said, "Wait a minute," and calculated his fucking stability pyramid and went, "Whoa. All right, I got to carry this at 3 feet high or I'm fucked." Never happened since the forklift was invented.
Never, not once.
Those rules don't make sense, and they don't apply in the real world. They're not practical. You just do shit safely. And if you start tipping, don't jump off.
Yeah, that's learned that the hard way.
And this is from a guy, trust me, I know, because I have done everything possible wrong on a forklift. I learned by doing it wrong. Everything. I was terrible.
I used to race forklifts because it was funny.
Now I'm a ninja. Like, now I can drive a forklift with my eyes, because you would be amazed with what I can do. I could come up and tickle your nuts with a fork. You barely feel it. I'm like graceful on the fucking thing. But when I started, I was a terror. There were times
want to see you tickle my nuts on this fucking thing once. That'd just be funny.
There were times when I didn't want me driving the forklift. People would be like, "Well, go do that." I'm like, "Fuck no! Do you know what I'll do to that if I do that?" I do not want to be the guy.
Goddamn mind.
I was bad. Now I'm awesome, but yeah, there you go. That's pretty much, that could go for my whole life. You could just say that. Like, I haven't just like learned things and been smart. I learned from fucking everything up. And then I'm like, okay, well, now I know what not to do. Let's get started.
See, I almost never learn from my mistakes, so what am I going to say?
Oh, I'm not saying I learned from all my mistakes. I'm just saying, like, I'm not just intuitively knowledgeable about how to do things. It's, I can't just look at something and know how to do it. Generally, if I know how to do something, it's because I've fucked it up before.
That's funny.
That's a little insight into who I am. Screw you guys. You don't have a podcast.
Right?
Or you probably do.
Fuck you, dicks. I do.
Yeah. Everybody does.
That's it. Okay, I'm going. I'm done. I'm going.
Well, apparently Gord's done.
I can't do anymore.
Tomorrow's Friday. I don't know if I'm doing tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. I got no big note to leave you guys on tonight. It was fun. Thanks, Gord, for doing this. I really appreciate it. It cheered me up a lot. I was in a shit mood all day. I got nothing big for you guys. Keep listening a lot. Tell your friends and family to listen. Tell people you don't like to listen. Tell everybody. And just take care of each other.
You know what? End it on a high note. Yeah, be nice. If you can't, then die, but whatever.
Take that for what it's worth, people, because he's never been that nice before. It probably won't happen again for a long time.
No, I'm sorry.
Every story starts the same way. I'll just do a little bit till Sunday. And now I don't